He who eats my bread does my will. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The universe is change, life is your perception of it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The best revenge is not to do as they do. We are the other of the other. To refrain from imitation is the best revenge. Other people's mistakes? Leave them to their makers. Stupidity is expecting figs in winter or children in old age. Everything that exists is in a manner the seed of that which will be. For outward show is a wonderful perverter of the reason. The world is mere change, and this life, opinion. The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. A little flesh, a little breath, and a reason to rule all, that is myself. Soon, you will have forgotten everything. Soon, everybody will have forgotten you. Life is neither good or evil, but only a place for good and evil. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. For it is in your power to retire into yourself whenever you choose. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. Whatever anyone does or says, I must be emerald and keep my color. You are a little soul carrying about a corpse, as Epictetus used to say. Though you break your heart, men will go on as before. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Enter their minds, and you'll find the judges you're so afraid of, and how judiciously they judge themselves. Will any man despise me? Let him see to it. But I will see to it that I may not be found doing or saying anything that deserves to be despised. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? It is a ridiculous thing for a man not to fly from his own badness, which is indeed possible, but to fly from other men's badness, which is impossible. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. If any man despises me, that is his problem. My only concern is not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt. Do what you will. Even if you tear yourself apart, most people will continue doing the same things. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Here is a rule to remember in future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not, this is misfortune, but, to bear this worthily is good fortune. Look well into thyself, there is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself, to make it just and holy. When you are offended at any man's fault, immediately turn to yourself and reflect in what manner you yourself have erred. Pride is a master of deception. When you think you're occupied in the weightiest business, that's when he has you in his spell. Then where is harm to be found? In your capacity to see it. Stop doing that and everything will be fine. To read with diligence, not to rest satisfied with a light and superficial knowledge, nor quickly to assent to things commonly spoken of. Be not querulous, be content with little, be kind, be free, avoid all superfluity, all vain prattling, be magnanimous. It stares you in the face. No role is so well suited to philosophy as the one you happen to be in right now. Begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left and live it properly. What doesn't transmit light creates its own darkness. Whoever does wrong, wrongs himself. Whoever does injustice, does it to himself, making himself evil. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. leave them alone. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. It is the person who continues in his self-deception and ignorance who is harmed. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to regain your senses, call yourself back, and once again wake up. Now that you realize that only dreams were troubling you, view this reality as you view your dreams. But death and life, honor and dishonor, pain and pleasure, all these things equally happen to good men and bad, being things which make us neither better nor worse. Therefore they are neither good nor evil. It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own.